of us. Look closely, you can see. There are three of us, just three of us. There's him and you and me. Yeah, today's video is about one of the most genius, YouTube, web series ever to be created, which is called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Now, when I first found out about this, it was referenced once by the YouTuber Odds One Out. I guess because I love watching his YouTube videos, and I guess he mentioned it just once and showed like the notepad in episode 1, and saying like, "Wait, don't hug me, I'm scared." Oh, that's a title. Okay. And I guess I just never looked into it, never planned to. One time, back in September of 2022, 2022, I think when you have all 6 of the episodes came on YouTube, and I watched the series television show first on Channel 4, and I loved it. It was that feeling of, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is like it's basically Sesame Street if it opened a portal to hell. Let's just go there. It makes you think it's a children's show, but it gets really a little bit dark. It goes like pulls up suspense until something. Well, anyway, the show is about, about 3 colorful puppet characters. A yellow guy, a red guy, and a duck. That's their actual names. We don't really know the named characters. We just stick it like that to there. The yellow guy is he's one of my favorites, actually, because he's like this childlike character. He's kind of like the Elmo or the bird. He has the essence of Elmo, but the opposite. He's not so annoying. Deep voice, and his nose reminds me a little bit of Elmo. He wears these blue overalls, shoes, and earlier he wore a wristwatch, and small blue hair. It looks like a mullet, and this deep voice like, "Oh look, it's morning," and he's like a little tiny, small little, childlike little man-child. It's so sweet. Then there's red guy. He's tall. He's the only sort of non-puppet. Like, he's tall. He's red. He's made of string. Looks like most people call him like a spaghetti monster. And he just plays it straight. That sounds really boring. That's not good at all. Or I wonder what will happen. And like people think he's like a mop top or a spaghetti monster, and he represents he represents the audience of what we're thinking, just playing it straight. And then there's Duck. We don't know whether he's a duck or a crow. A little more like a crow-like, duck-like thing. Just like, in his voice actor, one of the creators, Baker Terry, who also voices Yellow Guy, and a few other the teachers, and we'll get to that. Anyway, with Duck Guy, he just messes around with his. It sounds auto-tuned, but it's just Baker Terry just messing around with his throat just to see how much he can get out of Duck. That's when we watch in the TV series called Family. It really looks as if it's auto-tuned or not, but you can find on YouTube. Link is in the description. of just Baker Terry just messing around in the recording session booth. And like he just represent like, that's stupid, that doesn't make any sense. What? And, like just saying lines like pesky bee. Anyway, these three characters, yellow guy, red guy, and Duck, they are by the webs I guess will take place, right? It starts off, the show is created by Joe Pelling, Becky Sloan, and their friend Baker Terry. The three of them, such colorful minds. And in 2010 or 11, they worked with Blink Industries and Channel 4 to make the pilot. And it ranked, it took a year to gain 1 million views. And 3 years later, they would make a sequel to that. And the show, again, it's based a mix between, it's like they threw in Sesame Street vibes, and Jigsaw, and a bit of film, like fan theories, just stirring up in this big melting pot. It's like they're spoofing, like they're paying homage to all that, to the Howdy Doody and Sesame Street vibe. But here's the thing, it's puppets in a colorful world, but it's not for kids. Like, doesn't the name "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" give it away? And like in the web series, each one, it's about, these teachers, just, that's what we call them, teachers, just pop up and teach the three puppets of what to think in their own way, of how it's about how it's being taught. Like when the yellow guy, who's the most tortured in the whole show, by the end of it, it's slowly built up to the suspense, to weirdness, for something weird, disturbing to happen, and it's always mostly the yellow guys being tortured. By episode 2, with the calendar date June 19th, and to the introduction to yellow guy's father, Roy Gribbleston, and the term, the singing clock sings, "The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist." And it's well, you're not wrong there. And it gets so dark, and the fan base starts to grow bigger and bigger with the help of the Fine Brothers, the YouTubers React. I think they made like 4 of them. And I didn't know what it was, and I just love so many weird things, and it's like brilliant, clever writing, amazing puppetry, beautiful creativity, directing, and by episode 2, fans start to theorize what's going on in the show. Like, at first, when you watch, by the beginning, it should be like, you thought it was a children's show, but it's not. What the hell is this? And it starts to speculate of what's going on, and you go on the show, like, there's so many different ways of teaching, like creativity, time, love, computers, healthy eating, dreams. By the time it gets to episode 4 and 5, the show starts to speculate a bit. It gets from 6 minutes to 8 minutes. And by when episode 6 ends, fans already start to make up their own theories. I guess what show is trying to point out, like, it shows no straight answer. It's up to everyone. It's up to you, not just me, you, everybody, to make up their own fan theories of what is going on. And there's a lot, fan theories pop up, what's going on, whether it's, I just watched, like, there is a small nice documentary, Inside a Mind, those links in the description, and he made a 2-hour long documentary which I got more speculation from, of more intel of the series and more history. Links in the description. You can go watch the Inside My documentary, and there is also for great, if you want more fan theories of the show, there is the film theories playlist, and then the REM games fan theories of the television show. Anyway, the episode 6 ended in 2006. I think that same year or next year, they teamed up with the creator and crew of The Amazing World of Gumball. I guess because also a small little bit British. And they made an episode called The Puppets. Link is in the description for that. And just referencing, I guess, bringing everyone back into... It's kind of like morphine for don't hug me, I'm scared addicts. You take a cinch of it like, oh, okay, I don't miss the heroin so much. And so after six years, well, around that time, there was a trailer called Wakey Wakey trailer. I guess it looked a little bit more like a South Park vibe bit. And so with the help of COVID, Becky, Joe, and Baker, 6 long years later, they brought back the characters for their own TV series, and it is awesome. Like, so much more creativity. By the time each episode is 20 minutes long, and you get more character growth, more build up. The characters have more time to breathe, interact, and talk with each other, and get more chance of what each character is like. Like, if they're trapped, are they like trapped in a time loop? Are they in hell, or a time loop, or in... I mean, both REM games and the film theories had brought more to it. Spectrum around, like, is Roy good or bad? Are they all like puppets? Are they all like dolls? Are they like dancing in chains? And there's a lot to speculate from that. By the time it gets to, like, there's a lot of small tiny Easter eggs of what goes on. Like, in episode 2, one of my favorite episodes I gotta go with is either season 2, Death, and episode 5, Transport. And by episode 1, it shares with you how, it brings us more time. I mean, for it to sink in, show more of a kid show vibe, get slowly into suspense, and then pop, gore, the gore and violent, and then it comes out to like nothing ever happened. And by episode 2, it shares a little bit of what to theorize, like the letter D on your little guy's chest. Like, is he David? Like, what? And like the talking lamp from the Dreams episode of the web series throws a line as like the council or whatever, and like the what? It just slowly shows like the red guy wanting his family, and like he wants to break free. By episode 5 he really wants to get out, and so they, with the help of a elderly teacher, and the three of them escape the house and sees what's out there. It breaks off. The world starts like a simulation, and there's just a lot to... It's just like mind F's at the end. I was thinking like, wait, are they gonna be okay? Will there be more? I hope the show comes back, but if not, we got the web series and the TV show, both free to watch anytime, and I love those three, and especially the the horror, and the fact that it pays homage to puppets and the great animation style that reminds you of Schoolhouse Rock. It's just wow. and I can recommend this series to everyone. Just made a small video, just throw it out there, recommend it, because it's like it's sending some these small interesting messages, especially a great British vibe. Like, you get a little bit, the writing is really brilliant, like, typical funny British moments you get quite a lot. And at one point it would show puppet scenery that's made, some that would show like live action a bit. And I don't want to spoil episode 5 and 6 of the TV show. You just get a bit mind bomb. I'd like to consider it like popcorn episodes. And this is not for kids, okay? Don't worry, there's no bad language, there's no nudity. It's just suspense and dark and gory. It is mind-blowing. I hope you all enjoyed the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared show. In the description, there's a small documentary from Inside of Mind. There is the Ren Games film theory and the film theorists. Thank you all for watching. And there's 3 of us 3.